Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Joe Giunta, Team Take Profits, here to teach you how to trade and get paid. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up and navigate around the TradingView website or app, whether it's on your phone or on your laptop. I'm going to be showing it to you from the laptop, but it's basically the same thing on the phone if you download the TradingView app. So right now you can see like a lot of squiggly lines and Bollinger Bands and moving averages and all this kind of stuff on my screen. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hide that stuff. So right now you should be able to see some candlesticks. I'm kind of showing you something right off of a trade setup that I already did. As you can see, this trend line and all that, which I'll show you how to do all that here in this video. What I want to say just as we start out though is I don't want you to get overwhelmed with all of this that you see right here, okay? Because when you first open the app, you ain't gonna have none of these lines, all right? So in fact, let me just show you as I delete these lines what the app or what it's gonna look like without anything on the screen, okay? So now that's what it should look like, all right? You're just going to see candlesticks. Now you can spread those out or you can make them bigger, however you like to do that. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to leave it on standard. And there it is. There's your candlesticks. Your green ones go up, your red ones go down. So when you log into TradingView, you're going to go to tradingview.com. You can see that up here at the top, tradingview.com. And when you go here, it's going to bring you to a screen that looks like this. All right. When you get into this screen, you're going to select this option right here where it says chart. You're going to click on the chart and it's going to bring you to this screen. Now, the first time you log into this website and do this, it's going to ask you to create an account. Now, let me go ahead and tell you, I am not using a paid account on TradingView. You can choose to do a paid account if you like, but I am not using a paid account. I am using a free account, which allows you to have 3 indicators and just having the one chart on the screen. All right. So again, you can have your own paid account if you like. Once you log in, you're going to have this screen and it's going to take you to the US dollar index. Now up here at the top left, you see where mine is GBP AUD. As you type in something, it's just going to bring you up all of the different options for whatever you type. So GBP, if I type in Great British Pound, it's going to give me all of the options that Great British Pound has. So let's just say GBP AUD. All right. Or you could go USD JPY. There it is. All right. So you basically are going to have whatever pair you like. If you just type in USD, all of the pairs with USD come up under there. Majors, exotics, crosses, everything. So for the purpose of this video, we're just going to keep it at the GBP AUD, which happens to be my favorite pair. And that's where we are. So that's how you navigate through the different pairs. This option right here is I'm keeping it on 4 hour. You can select all your different time frames, 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15 minutes, so on and so forth. Standard trading is done on 4 hour. Scalping is less than that. Swing trading is that or more. So that's how you select the time frame. You can go from candlesticks to bars, hollow candles. You can do line charts. You can do all that stuff. You can switch it however you like. All you got to do is select it. But to keep it simple, let's keep it on candles. You can compare or add symbols here. You can add your indicator. So watch this. If I take off the indicator that I had just now, the EMA. If I click right there, I can go over here to where it says moving average exponential, which is the one I was using. Click on that, and now it shows up over here. This little option right here, it says show or hide, format, apply indicator, or delete. So if I want to delete it, I just click X. So let me go ahead and put that back on there for you. So now it's back on there. I can hide it. You see that little blue line in there? I can hide it or let it show. Okay, so I'm gonna hide it for right now. If you want to edit the properties for it, you just go to Format. For me, I like to use a 9 moving average. You can choose your style. So let's say if you want it to be blue like that, or you can choose whatever color you want. You can make it thicker or thin line, however you like it. I like mine to be thick because I wear glasses and I need to see real good. And then you can put it on a price line if you want or not. I just leave it like that. So now if you see it, there it is. Nice thick line. All right. So there's that. That's how you do that. And the same thing for every other indicator. So if I were to add all these indicators together, the ones that I have, that's how the process would look. I would put them all in there, and there they would be. There's your lines. You don't have to have the same indicators I have. I'm just showing you how to add an indicator. Excuse me. Now, your templates. Here's the cool thing, guys. What I just did, every time I log in, or let's say if I want to try somebody else's indicators, let's say I want to try Jay Wayne's indicators for one of his strategies. I don't have to just lose and redo this every time. What I could do is I could go to templates and I could save my indicator template. Like this one here, this is mine, Joe, it just says Joe. Or it comes with some preloaded ones. You can use oscillators, swing trading, volume trading. There's a lot of ones in there that you can start out with and use a basic setup. But if you want to use mine, or whatever one you find out from a training or your team leader, you just click Save Indicator Template, and you put a name to it and save it. And now if you want to go and erase everything, you can go back to templates, go to it, and there it is. You don't have to go back and add every indicator every time. You can just add that template. Alerts, you can add an alert, or you can hit Alt-A, or you can right-click on a certain area and it says Add an Alert. And what that does is if you click Add Alert, see how that line popped up? You're telling it when it crosses over that line, you can select those options, cross up, cross down. You can, when it crosses at that value, one time or every time, and you can put an expiration date. You pop up and play a sound. But here's the important thing: send email to SMS. So you're going to get an alert on your text when price crosses that line. So now some of you are asking, do I have to sit here and watch the chart all day long? Nah, just set yourself an alert. And this way, when it crosses that line, you get a little text that says GBP AUD crossing this price. Now you know it's time to go look at your chart, right? So that's a great tip for you. Yeah. So this next function I want to show you about is this replay function right here, the bar replay. So when you look at that function right there, it's for the higher time frames, but it's great for practice. Okay, you come on here and you click the replay button, and you're gonna see this red line that's gonna appear, and this little box is gonna pop up with the play and the fast forward and all that. So let's just say we go right here, and you see how it cuts off the candles that were right here, and it starts you back at this random time wherever you click. So now if you open up this chart, right, it's going to start you back here. Now you can go and practice, and look what happens. If you press forward, it's going to show you what that next candle was, and the next one, and the next one, and it's going to keep going forward like this. So now what that does for you is you're able to go back like this and practice. You could just go back and scroll back into the time and pick a random time and then mark it up, right? So you mark up your chart and you try to determine what's going to happen next. And so right here you would press forward, and see, was your markup correct? And basically what you're doing is you're retesting previous market structure, and you're testing your strategies on what's already happened in the market. So you could go back and see as it plays forward. That's good practice for you to be able to see, am I getting this right or not? You know, is the markups that I'm using, are they working for me? Am I reading these charts right? That's going to be a good practice for you. Okay. Now let's go to the left side. On the left side of this screen, you see the arrow. That's just basically your cursor. You can choose a cross, a dot, eraser, whatever. This is what's going to be real important for you right here. See this little, when you hover over these on the left, you're going to see a little arrow pop up. Next to each one, if you hover over it, is a little star. It says add to favorites. The basic ones you're going to need is Trendline. You want to make sure it has a star. Horizontal line, you're going to make sure it has a star. Vertical line, you're going to want to make sure it has a star. Now, if you want to access all of them, you can just come back to this menu and all of this stuff is right here. Okay? The next one down, same thing. You're going to want to use the Fib Retracement, that it's going to have a star. Now, again, you might have a different strategy. You can do this for whatever ones you want, but based on what we generally use is going to be a Fibonacci retracement tool. Put a star on it. Okay? Under here is your brushes and your shapes. I generally have a rectangle, so I have a star on that. Now, if you go over here to the next one, it's text. You can put text on your screens. Arrows down, arrows up, text. You can do a lot of that kind of stuff. Next one down is your patterns. You're going to want to have the ABCD pattern on a star so that you can have it in your favorites tray. And all of these things, Elliott wave, Elliott triangle, triple combos, correction waves. It's got everything that you're going to need to trade Forex is all right here. All right. The next one down is going to show you your long and short positions, your forecast. It's going to show you your bar patterns, your go speed, everything you're going to need for even your projections. And you can use these tools, you know, on the Forex, on the chart to learn how to, you know, how to do this. Your icons and all that stuff are right here. You want to get fancy with it. I generally don't really use that. This is an important tool, right? It's the measures. You see this little, looks kind of like a ruler. If you click that, it turns blue. And let's just say you want to measure. Okay, so from here to here, you click, drag, and then click again, and it gives you this number. Now, mind you, we're not measuring in money, we're measuring in pips. So you want to move this decimal one place over to the left. So what that's telling you is from there to there is 102.1 pips. So if you caught that move from here to here, that's 102 pips basically. All right. It's 27 bars. It took, you know, it tells you that it was negative. So it was a short. It's down 5% overall on the price, and it was 102.12 pips. All right, so that's gonna be important that you learn how to use that. You can zoom in and out right here. Your magnet mode, that's where basically instead of it being free flow, it'll just snap from one place to another on a grid. You can use your drawing mode. You can lock all your drawing tools, which is really cool. I'll show you that. Actually, let me go back one thing here. All those things that you put on a star, the things that you press the star next to, they all went to this little tray up at the top right. So now everything that you need, instead of having to go to these menus and click the arrow and find it, everything you need is right here. Horizontal line, trend line, Fib retracement, rectangle, or vertical line, ABCD pattern. All right. So you just click on it, drop a line. That's it, just like that. All right. So now, let's say I want to drop a line right there, and let's say I want to drop a line right here. Okay. So now I don't want those lines to move. So what I do is I put lock all drawing tools. And what that means is when I click on it, I can't move it. It just stays in place on the chart. Now if I unlock them, I can move them around, right? If you want to do, instead of all of them, you could right click on one of the tools or one of the drawings and just click lock. Now this one is locked, but this one is not. Okay, so that's a great tool that we have. Now if you want to hide them, let's say you got all these markups on the chart, and now you just want to see it just without any markups. You just click that hiding tool. It'll hide all your drawings, and then when you want them back, they're right there, so you don't got to delete them every time. Okay, now you can go to the favorites right here. That's your tray up here at the top. Okay. If you want to delete them all, remove the drawing tools, you just click the delete, and that'll remove everything. If you don't want to remove all of them, you just want to remove one, you just right click and remove, just like that. All right, and then you don't really got to worry about all that. So now this is your price points over here. This shows you the actual price, the green line right here. If you have a price line shown, this is the price of the current market. If you click on this, see how my cursor changed to the arrow? If you drag up, it stretches them up. If you drag down, it stretches them down. Right here, if you hover over the bottom, it'll have a minus, which means it squeezes it in, or a plus that stretches them out. You can move left or move right. And then when you're done, if you want to go back to just normal reset, just click that and bring it back to normal. Okay. If you're using a mouse, you can just scroll up, scroll down, does the same thing. And that's pretty much it, guys. You know, that's just a quick rundown of how to use TradingView, basically a navigation through the tool itself. And you know, in other trainings and in other we'll actually show you how to mark charts and how to effectively do that. But for the purposes of today's training, today's video, I just wanted to kind of give you a navigation through TradingView to kind of show you how to use it and what each button does. I hope it helps. We'll see you on the next video.